Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Can I introduce you to a new breakfast / brunch idea? Giant salmon blinis. So I've toasted my crumpets. They're obviously crumpets, not blinis, but a crumpet is a giant blini, obviously. Slathered in butter, we use Kerrygold. I'm really getting into the idea of fat keeping you full, so going heavy on the fat this morning. Look at that. I think there's actually space for me in the food world as someone who doesn't like and isn't good at cooking. Full fat, Philadelphia, always. Brand new one. Smoked salmon. I've actually found the Tesco Finest is my favourite one to use. Looking like this. Then loads of pepper. Squeeze of lemon. And there you have your giant breakfast blinis. Taste test, obviously. So good. So something quite exciting is happening today. I am going for lunch with Jamie Genevieve. I've followed her for gotta be 10 years, just like her whole career. And yeah, we're going for pasta at Lena Stores, just to meet for the first time. Guess it's like a date, but I'm really looking forward to it. She seems so cool, and it's funny, I keep meeting people in the industry recently who I've followed for a really long time, and I promise you, when I say you still just feel like a follower and you're still just a bit starstruck by them, and that they're real people and they exist in real life. Like when I saw Anna Newton, I was like, I'm seeing you not on a screen. It's very funny. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then I thought, I'm gonna do my makeup and I've got some new Merit products to show you. They're part of an ad over on Instagram, but I've been using them and really liking them, so I thought I could show you. It's just gassy this morning. Show you the products, because I got so many compliments both in real life on my base and on Instagram the other day, so I wanted to show you them because I think they're really cool, and they're great if you particularly want a quick face but a great face, and then makeup for lifestyle is what I think. But anyway, I'll get onto that after I've finished my breakfast. Let me know if you want to see a brow tutorial in the next video, because this is the before and this is the after. It might not be for everyone's taste, and it's difficult to know what the final look is before you get it. Is very bushy today. I need to get makeup on properly and then you can see the full effect, but I have tips, I have products, I have strong product recommendations and strong techniques as well. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like. There we go. There are my finished brows. I'm going to tell you that I took only 5 minutes on them. Probably it was about 20. But you know when you meet somebody who cares about makeup and or brows, you've got to put a bit more time in. So yeah, let me know if you want to see these. It looks a little bit better now I've got them both done. And I'm going to start putting on my Merit makeup. I actually woke up at, goodness, 5:45 this morning. I had to find some ibuprofen in the flat. I've just got a headache and it just won't go away. I digress. We're talking about Merit today. Yeah, I really like the brows. First of all, you get a cute little bag when you purchase stuff from them. I remember being on the Bowden trip and asking a girl where her bag was from. She's like, oh, you get it free from Merit when you buy products. Here is but a couple of handfuls. I've got 3 other products as well. They were very generous. I chose maybe 4 or 5 products, and then they sent another 5 or 6, I'd say. Starting with the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, and this really is glowy, and I felt like it was such a great base under the foundation, and I really wasn't sure how I would get along with the foundation stick, because I've just never seen a product look like that before. I was worried it would be a bit dry and chalky. This really does add so much glow. Can you see from my sleep? I've got a sleep line there. It's 10 o'clock. So I've had that for quite a few hours. So I woke up at 5 and then I actually did end up going back to sleep for 2 hours. I'm feeling a little bit groggy this morning. Anyway, that's the base. It feels like a little bit, yeah, like an oily serum, which I do love. I did a chatty, I was on my period and I literally just wanted to not wear makeup and talk to the camera about skincare. So if you like skincare as much as I do, I will link that video up here for you. I think it's going to be on this side. Could be on this side. I just really like that video, so that's there for you. Kind of see the luminizing effect close up there. The foundation, I don't like buying foundation off the internet because you just don't know what color you are. I did a little bit of cross-reference, I think, with TikTok. So this is the Merit, the Minimalist, it's called, a Perfecting Complexion Stick. It can be your whole base. I got the color Bisque. It really reminds me of the Westman Atelier products with the packaging, and it is the perfect color. I've got a light layer of tan on and it matches perfectly. It's quite peachy, I'd say, as well, but I've been putting that everywhere and then doing one light layer and then with the brush, which is so good. But yeah, I just think it's different. I also look at a lot of these products and think they're really travel friendly. And then they sent a brush. I'm not sure what this one's called actually, but it looks like this. And oh my goodness, it blends so easily. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my skin at all, but it's the perfect match. I don't know whether that's the serum underneath. I don't know if it's the formula of the foundation itself. I can still see my sleep line. I hope that goes by lunch. She's gonna be like, what a loser. She was sleeping until noon. But yeah, I was just really shocked by how well this blended. I don't have a concealer. I don't know if they do a concealer. So all I want to do is my brows. I will correct my under eye circles and then do a little bit of lip liner. But otherwise, this is like a great 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 product face, 8 if you include the brush. I've just added some extra bits around my eyes and nose and chin, just where I have a bit more pigmentation. Okay, we're back. I just corrected my under eyes, added some eyeshadow and an eyeliner. I wouldn't usually do this much makeup, but I do have an ad to do, so I just want to get a bit more definition around my eyes. And then it's Merit mascara. Obviously seeing the Queen of Makeup. I have never been such a sucker for detail. I'm probably gonna get like tomato pasta sauce all around my mouth in the first 5 minutes, but I'm liking it. I'm really, really liking it. And it's a pleasure to just sit in silence and take time with your makeup. Feeling quite peaceful today, where I was feeling a little bit traumatized over the last couple of days just from PMS. My ovaries always feel swollen since my ectopic when I come onto my period. And it's a little bit jarring. Doing this in a funny order just because there are a few product gaps, but it should all be Merit now. This bronzing stick, again, really similar to the foundation in that I was surprised by how smoothly it goes on. That's important because with these roller ones, otherwise it takes your makeup off underneath, like it would disrupt the foundation, but they're just so soft. Kind of using it like a contour a little bit, but also just warming up my face so it matches my body a little bit more. Looks like that, like it's kind of like play makeup. But this is what I mean with it being like really suited to a lifestyle where you do still enjoy makeup, but you're kind of a bit slapdash, or you just want to get it on and not worry too much about getting it wrong. Like that's one of their USPs when talking about the products, is like you can't get this wrong. I do love a bronzed forehead especially. I'm being so slow today. It's 10:30. I've got an ad and a lunch to get to, so let's speed up. The blush is one that I got because Matilda Jerf has it. I remember I will lock away any information from product recommendations with her. This is the Flush Balm in the color Beverly Hills. I love this as a design. It's just a domed blush. And again, I was like, oh, I'm gonna take off the makeup underneath. You're not. And it gives the most beautiful natural flush. It needs the tiniest bit of blending. I like a lot of blush, and it glows so beautifully. You can see it's like reflecting there. Look at the glow on that face. That's like the serum and then every single product just coming through to give this effect. I love it. And this is the Day Glow Highlighting Balm, because we could always do with a bit more glow. In the color Carver, again, it's this like really glowy, very soft dome, like it just slips over your skin. Actually is a really great way to describe it. Do the nose and the cheekbones, maybe a little bit on the chin, Cupid's bow, but again, just not insane pigment where you then need to spend a lot of time blending it out or be really gentle with the application. And I did this the other day, and it's the kind of products that just get your face done really quickly. This isn't an ad. It will be on Instagram, but it's not here right now. Look at that. Like, I can see the window in my forehead. I can powder this down a little bit, and I will, just so that it sets properly. But that as a look, I just love. I'm gonna wipe off my lip balm because I'm gonna use this. I've got a couple of lip products from them. They sent me a red as well, but today I'm just gonna go neutral. I loved the packaging for the lips as well. It's not translucent. The word is, when it's not totally translucent but it's not opaque, it's, no, maybe it is translucent because transparent would be straight through. It's a translucent lip. It looks like this. Look at the logo, the branding on the actual bullet. That's so pretty. I loved that touch. This is the color Classic. And I put this on yesterday, and I used, this is like truly a Your Lips But Better color. And let me just concentrate. Look at that. That is a matte, that's a soft matte. I wore it yesterday and just got an itch. Ooh. I went round with a lip liner, so I'm just gonna do that now. And there we have the final Merit look. I absolutely love it. And I feel like the brows have sort of come into their own now. They've settled in the face that I'm wearing some makeup, particularly because I got a warm shadow and just put it through there. It just like blends the brows into the face a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed. I'll put links and shades down below. I might even have a Merit code. I might have made that up though. Yeah, I'll powder it down and spray it, and then I need to get on with my hair and my ads. There we go. Use my GHD again. I used my Shark hairdryer last night and I just remembered how great it is. I'll link it below. It's just so good. So light, the airflow literally blows the skin off my bones. And I've just finished a little empty. I feel like if you do your hair and you feel like it's a little bit perfect and you just want a little bit more like grit, this is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume and Texture Spray. You can hear it's all finished. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. We are running out of time. This is not me. I'm feeling just so chill today. I think my PMS cloud hath lifted. So I'm gonna film my ad now. Keep threatening to do that with Never Fully Dressed. And I might actually, I love their leopard print trousers so much. So I think I'll probably wear them to lunch to look cool. And I'll show you my outfit when it's on as well. I need to focus now, so I'll see you in a jiffy. Okay, outfit shot, and I wanted to show you some looks for going to see Jamie. I was inspired by my shoot to wear the leopard print trousers. So this is a Zara top. I thought I probably won't get cold, but I keep going outside and it's colder than I think. Black, just the Skims body. I forget how comfortable they are because I always see a body and I'm like, don't think so. But I thought it'd be good with these jeans. My Pelen bag. If you're not in the Pelen club, please join. We'd love to have you. It's just, I think, the best bag company. Beats the others. And then these very flattering trousers. They are leopard print, they're from Never Fully Dressed. I'll link them below. I'm wearing size 18 and they're so comfy. They've got a little bit of secret stretch in them, look at that. So they're just super comfy. I feel like I could sit down, look cool, but sit down and eat pasta in them. That's like a niche Venn diagram of jean talent. And then my silver shoes, which means looking a bit basic on top, but a little bit trendy on the bottom. High-low dressing, I think that's what they call it. But yeah, I feel really good in this outfit, very comfortable. You can see the Merit makeup properly in the light as well. I added a little bit of Vive blush, couldn't not. It's the Rosa powder blush, just to give it a bit more pigment. And then I toned down my lip to make it a little bit more neutral because I'm wearing red in my ad and I just don't love red and pink makeup together. But the hair looks good, the outfit looks good, I feel good, the ad's done, that's good. I'm gonna decompress for like an hour, maybe do some editing before I need to head off. I've changed my outfit, which I'm sure you all want to hear about. This is a very subtle leopard print knit, which needs a debobble. I got this from, I think, Arket last winter. It might be around, but I really like it. And then the Skims top. So this is a top. I was wearing a body before, and I'll be completely honest with you. I had a pad down there. We're out of tampon land. We're day 3, so it's pad land. Pad, pants, and then a body, and it's a 1 in 1 out policy. We were getting crowded. We have removed a third of the capacity, and we're feeling a little bit lighter. Well, I guess we're friends. Something I always seem to say after I meet someone I followed online for a really long time. The lunch was great, the company was great, and we honestly could have spoken for like another hour. It's so great to speak to other people about like social media and starting brands. Not that I will, I don't think, but yeah, I had a really lovely lunch. I'm gonna head back to home now. Got some editing to do. Oh, and I need to prep for tomorrow because I've got a big shoot with John Lewis. Ooh. We hear a lot of wind now. Let's go head back now and have a nice afternoon. Have a mint tea and a square of dark chocolate. I wasn't joking about the chocolate and mint tea. I think this is the best chocolate ever. And it reminds me of Paris when I lived there, because I think I discovered it there. The family had it, and it was Fleur du Sel. Was the little name here. Was like, wow, salt chocolate really works. You used to go to Monoprix and buy loads of it, and it's still in my life. I'm gonna have a little square of that. I'm really trying to cut down on my sugar. I've just been having too much sugar, and I just know and feel that it's bad for me. I'm having that with a mint tea as well. This is the Pucker 3 mint one. I also did a little bit of a outfit change you would have seen, but last minute I was like, we can't go out in the rain in this with my ballet shoes on, so I put some chunky boots on, and then also put this top actually on. So this is the like subtle leopard with the actual leopard, and I love this as a look. I think it's so cool. I really like it with the gold jewelry as well. In terms of a PM check-in with makeup, this is done incredibly well. Even the lips aren't bad. And I eat lip liner. The base, the cheeks, the shimmer, the brows, the eyebrows. I've got a little bit of liner up there, but I've got such oily lids. That's to be expected. I thought we could use my new oil cleanser, the Elizabeth Arden one. I've never used this before, but I spoke about it in my last video, the skincare video. Apply a pump onto palms of dry hands. I'm gonna add 2. I've got a lot of face. This feels good already. Properly oily, and I just love the way that you don't need to pull at your skin. It just melts away the makeup. I love using an oil cleanser. Might be my favourite step of skincare, and just like bulldozes any eye makeup, which is nice because again it's like not tugging around these sensitive areas. Look at that, feeling beautifully cleansed. Always appear a lot redder on the camera than I am in real life, but that was a lovely cleanse. Second step, if you're new to skincare, my personal rules are no cleansing in the morning, and then in the evening I will do first step oil cleanse, second step with a water-based cleanser. Today happens to be this one from Sarah Chapman Skinny Sis. I always say Skinner Sis, but I heard people saying it's Skinny Sis. This is the Rapid Radiance Cleanse. You can also like leave it on your skin and it turns into a mask. If you didn't think you were cleansed the first time, definitely are now. For my serum levels, so I spoke about this in my skincare video, but I either have like an actives night or a non-actives night. I try and do as many actives night as I can during the week, but if I feel like my skin's getting a little bit sensitive,
then I will just go back to non-actives. So if it was a non-active night, I might do the like Skinesis, it's a hydration booster. It's just a hyaluronic acid. I'll put that underneath a really thick moisturizer, or even Slug under the 8 Hour Cream, which I have been enjoying. But tonight I'm going to use these. These are Elizabeth Arden as well. Not an ad. I just met with their like PR lady who gave the most convincing, educational, like energetic kind of pitch on all the products, and education to me really that I have ever had out of any meeting that I've ever been to. At the end I was like, your employer is so lucky to have you on the team. But she sold me. And so these are the retinol and HPR ceramide capsules. Break one of these open. They are they like dissolve, the capsules dissolve in water. And then the retinol HPR ceramide, this is the water cream. 2 pumps of this. I've used about 4 of these already, and the serum's quite like, it's a very strange texture. Kind of feels like a gel. And then feels like there's not a lot in there, but actually spreads out so much when you rub it in. I do my skincare this in depth every single night, and it gives me so much pleasure. Something important to note is that the water cream is now Elizabeth Arden's best selling product. If you're wanting to get into retinol and you're a little bit scared, then this is HPR, which is high performance retinol, which just means that your skin doesn't have that reaction to it. That's as far as I know, otherwise it gets a little bit sciencey for me. 2 pumps of this. It truly just makes your skin look so wonderful. Feels like facial fresh, so glowy, so smooth. My tone looks really even, really good. I'm just gonna get my eyebrow hydrators. I'm actually gonna slug with this tonight, just fancy it. It's obviously the Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Cream. I had one of these for, I kid you not, like 10 years, because I only used it on my lips and I didn't fully realise that how many uses it had. I think they have a list of like over 50 somewhere, but look at that. It's an at-home facial. Truly, these evenings are just the best. Like, look, I'm 32. I think my skin looks great. For brows, this is really important because I had a lamination about 5 weeks ago. And so I've been using this non-stop because my brow lady was like, this will prolong your lamination. It's the HD Brows Brow Miracle Daily Conditioner. And you simply brush it into your brows. And there we go. That's my PM skincare tonight. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm just obsessed. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm gonna need to go. I dropped the lid and it's gone right down the plug hole. I'm gonna need some chopsticks or something and I'm gonna be in trouble. I'll see you tomorrow. It was the cap, okay? We don't have a cap. Good morning. I hope you had a nice Easter. It's Tuesday. It's 10 to 9. I've got my John Lewis shoot today with my photographer, which I'm looking forward to. We had to cancel it last week because the rain was so bad, but I had to call it early because I didn't want to waste her time on my schedule. And I was like, if it doesn't rain, I'll be annoyed. It rained so much. It was so windy. It was so gross. I made totally the right call. Rescheduled shoot today, so I just did my hair in the shape I keep promising I'm gonna bring to YouTube. It's this is actually a bit more of a done wave because I'm expecting it to drop in the next 4 hours and I want to make some more texture and stuff like that. I thought I could show you my brow routine today because I would look at these brows and be like, there is nothing special about them. Correct. I now have processes whereby I can transform them so much and I've been enjoying it so much. You would have seen like maybe 4, 5 vlogs ago, I went to Holly, who does my brows, at Dry By in Soho. I guess some of her like investment into brows has rubbed off on me and I take my time, I'm really precise, I've learned so much stuff. I got loads of product recommendations from her that I will show you. And I'm just really into it and the power of the way that they can transform your face. Like my brows have been looking so different in pictures recently. So I'm going to show you that. Yeah, I hope you had a great Easter weekend.
We really did. We didn't really have any plans. I had a family meal, but other than that, we just went with the flow. And the flow took us to, well, Friday night we had friends over. Dishoom here. There were 6 of us. Basically, none of us were drinking. So woke up super fresh and had a run, a 5K run, which can I tell you was an absolute delight. You know, runner's high. I am still on it. I've booked for an ASICS like foot appointment thing where they analyze your gait. So I'm going to that later this week, and I want to get some proper running shoes because I was running in my Lulus, which I'm sure are like fine, but if I'm gonna want to do regular runs, I just want a professional to look at me and be like, these shoes are good for you. I've never had ASICS before. I asked my audience last night on Instagram what are the best, and basically Hoka's, ASICS, not that much actually, even though I feel like they're the OG in the space. Saucons, but the 5K was great. Like my pace was amazing. It was over 7 minutes per kilometer, so I think it was about 38 minutes for the whole run, which is great for me. I like a slow run. I don't even want to soften the accomplishment by being like, oh, well, you know, I'm slow, I'm big. Like, I'm proud. I'm just proud. And I really enjoyed it. And I love that I enjoyed something that I used to hate. For me, that feels like progress in terms of like my Pelotons, my weightlifting, my Pilates. They all have kind of contributed to the way I felt the other day. So it was really nice because I've done 2 5Ks before. Both of them have killed me off. My time was a lot higher. So I'm really happy with it. And I feel like I might get into running. I'm a runner. I am a track star. We'll see. Okay, rebrows. I think the most overlooked, most important step is that you have nothing on. So I've got a Q-tip and micellar water. So I've got 3 different options for like a styling gel for your brows, which I feel is really key to stick them down, elongate the hairs, and just see where your shape is and that you could fill it in with a pencil. So cheapest and recommended by Michaela from TikTok is the NYX, the brow glue. It looks like this. It's absolutely tiny. This is a full size, but it's good, it's cheap, it works. It's available in Boots. This gives the most laminated look, I would say, out of the 3 products I'm going to show you. And then the one that Holly recommended is the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I'd obviously heard about this so much. My voice is sounding a bit croaky, isn't it? I'm not sure why. I got it with that Anastasia spoolie as well. It's pretty good. I would honestly, I'm mixing around with the 3 of these to see which one I really prefer, as this is the one Holly recommended. I'm going to be using this one today. So we're going up, but also out, because I don't like straight up brows. And I almost kind of curve it at the top. And then you can go in this way and actually like place particular hairs in particular parts. Adding a tiny little bit of product to the end of the spoolie and adding those to the end of my hair and just being, yeah, like super precise with it. And you can spend as long as you want on it, really. But look at the shape difference between this and this. I've got more product on and I'm just gonna go back. And it shows you how powerful this stuff is because it like totally changes the shape. Again, doing that like diagonal, kind of up, but then also out. And then also going in and kind of individually shaping different parts of the brow. So that's what they look like shaped. You can see there's like really obvious gaps here in my hair. I'm gonna let that dry down for a couple of minutes before filling them in. So the one I use is the NYX Lift and Snatch. I've spoken about this before. I got 2 different colors. Espresso, which is really dark, which I just use on the tail, and if I want like a very, very dark, almost black brow, but I like to use 2 different colors because I think it makes the brow look a little bit more natural. And then ash brown is actually the color I would suggest if you have similar coloring to me. But the Lift and Snatch, they're just so good. Like this little pen, shake it up, and it's got the finest tip ever. I saw somebody being like, why do people do that when they're showing product? It's so that it focuses. It's not always influencers being annoying. I don't like that rhetoric. And then the pencil I've misplaced. I just have no idea where it is. But it will be in a bag somewhere. But I'm like, what bag? Anyway, so I do have this e.l.f.
Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. And then I also have another one which is new, which I actually haven't opened up yet. It's the Revlon Color Stay Micro, and I've used this before. This one is in the color soft brown. I think I'm going to use the e.l.f. today though, because that's actually open. How long does it take to show you how to do my brows? It could take forever. I could do a QVC segment because it's just never ending. So I'm going to start along the bottom of the brow and just try and get a shape, especially here where there are gaps. And it's just like little strokes. And then elongating the tail a little bit. And then I'm going to go up here at the front of the brows just a bit, but I might also do a bit of pen there. But that is working really well for defining a better shape. Can you see? Versus that. Love this. This is usually the pencil I use in my travel bag. So the other one I've been using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but thinking this is just as good and a hell of a lot cheaper. Really like that, and it's the perfect colour. I feel like that misplacement of my other brow was supposed to happen because I haven't fully appreciated how good this one is. Then the Lift and Snatch by NYX. This is so good for just building individual hairs where you don't have them. And I don't even feel like I need to do that much now with this pencil, but this is where you can kind of get into the top of the brow and just like create those individual flicks. Look at the difference. And so here are the brows. Here's an up close before makeup. This is the finished makeup. I feel like it's very JL appropriate. And here are my finished brows. They just make the world of difference to my face. But really, it's just those two easy products, like a gel and some kind of like liner, pencil or otherwise. But that's what it looks like. Let me show you in some other light. You can even see it better like that. Here we are in sun. There's a bit of glow to my skin as well. And then with more of a balanced light, this is what they look like. So still quite natural. I way prefer this brow. Do you see how it's just like, it's straight. And then we've got a really great arch and tail. This one is like more circular, just like doesn't have the same as this, but nobody's looking that close. So that'll be something I talk about when I go to my brow appointment. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this vlog here. So thanks very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. We are growing bit by bit. And I will see you in the next vlog. I'm now gonna have some potato rosti, head off to my shoot, and hopefully do a really good job. And fingers crossed, it won't rain. See you soon.